Ah, there you are. Forgive the intrusion, but it has been exactly 42 minutes since you last exited this room. And I began to worry. You hadn't responded to the last 2 knocks, so naturally, I assumed something must be wrong. A lapse in response could indicate fainting, injury, or, well, other unthinkable scenarios. I do hope you understand that my concern is not a breach, but rather my duty. One I take quite seriously. I was not hired to guess at your safety. I was hired to ensure it. Personally, completely. Please, sit. I've already arranged your tea, just the way you prefer it. I noticed you left the jasmine untouched yesterday, so I took the liberty of selecting the honey chamomile instead. It soothes the nerves. Though I suspect I may be the only one here whose nerves require constant tending. You see, you're not nearly as cautious as you should be. And that is precisely why I must be. Now, I imagine you'll want to ask why I followed you to the garden yesterday. Or why I stood silently behind the bookshelf while you perused those rather mundane romantic novels. Or perhaps you'll question why I had the housekeeper deny your request to attend that gathering this evening. Now let me answer with a question of my own. Would your parents have entrusted me with your well-being if I were not willing to be thorough? Ah, there it is. That look again. A mixture of annoyance and resignation. You think I'm overreaching, that I'm stifling your autonomy. And yet, when you walk through that door without me, you become vulnerable. To strangers, to accidents, to the countless variables of the outside world that simply do not care who you are. But I care. Deeply. You think you crave freedom. But freedom is chaos cloaked in illusion. I offer you something far more precious. Security. Predictability. Control. And isn't it better to be protected by someone who knows you? Someone who anticipates your every movement, need, and desire before even you realize them. For example, your phone. You left it unlocked this morning. I saw the messages from that person. You're upset. I expected that. But I only looked because you smiled after reading one of them. You rarely smile like that when you speak to me. So naturally, I needed to understand what made them worthy of that expression. And I came to a conclusion. They're not. Their intentions are transparent. Their understanding of you It's laughable at best. What would they give you? Shallow praise and fleeting distraction. I can offer you devotion, structure, permanence. I serve you, yes. But make no mistake, I am also the wall between you and all things unworthy. I've deleted the messages, and I blocked their number. You'll find they no longer appear on your contacts list. Please don't be angry. I debated for over an hour before doing so. But in the end, I realized it wasn't about me. It was about you. Keeping you safe from emotional harm is as vital as shielding your body from physical threat. You don't agree. I can see that. But you will. In time. Also, you often speak of going to the market alone. The market. Do you see how absurd that is? Crowds. Unpredictable behavior. Eyes watching you. Brushing against you. What if someone grabbed your wrist? What if you dropped something and someone used that moment to follow you home? No. I won't allow it. If you need something, I will go. If you wish to come, I will accompany you. If you desire privacy, I will stand at precisely 15 paces behind and not speak. Unless danger is sensed, of course. But alone, never. That is not an option. I've already instructed the chauffeur. I've set the GPS boundaries. I've notified the local authorities to flag your name if it appears on any transport logs without mine attached. I take no joy in restricting you. But I also take no risk. You still think I'm suffocating you. I suppose that is fair. But what you call suffocation, I call devotion without compromise. You're not just my responsibility. You are everything. Every breath I take. Every task I perform. Every night I remain awake by your door. It is because I cannot fathom the thought of harm touching you. Not while I live. Not while I breathe. You once said you missed walking through the city. The noise, the anonymity, the chaos. And I said nothing. I simply watched the longing in your eyes. But what you miss is not the freedom. You miss the illusion of it. Here you are watched, protected, loved. Out there you are. A target. You cannot imagine the things I've intercepted on your behalf. Letters that never reached you. Visitors turned away without your knowledge. Photos of you I've destroyed, taken by strangers who thought they were discreet. I do not tell you these things to frighten you. I tell you because I handle them quietly, without thanks, without hesitation. Because I am your shield, whether you realize it or not. And what if you were to fall in love with someone else? Would they watch over you without sleep? Would they memorize the way your eyes drift left when you're anxious? Would they know without asking that your silence during breakfast means something troubled your dreams? Would they dedicate every breath to protecting you, even from yourself? No. No one else would do that. Because no one else can love you in the way that I do. I know you might be frightened by this intensity, but you shouldn't be. I'm not your jailer. I'm your guardian. And if I sometimes feel more like a shadow than a man, it is only because I must be where you cannot see to stop what you cannot know. Let me be your silence. Let me be your stillness. Let me be the voice that reminds you not to trust the world so easily. Because it will never love you like I do. You may call it overstepping. You may call it obsession. But I call it purpose. And as long as your parents have entrusted me to protect you, I will not allow you to step beyond my reach. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine to protect. And I shall never let you go.